Hey everybody, I am doing an exposure here for my agoraphobia. I want to take you all with me in my pocket, if you will, for some exposure therapy for my agoraphobia and panic disorder. I'm currently, let's call it 20 minutes from my house, which I don't really have too much of a problem driving, but I do have a problem sitting and staying and getting out of my car a little bit. So I'm gonna just kind of freeform this and walk you through what's going through my head, what I'm doing, how I'm handling what I'm doing, and things like that. So as I get closer to the destination where I'm gonna kind of sit and hang out, which is a Dollar General, by the way, just kind of how I'm feeling. I rushed here, by the way. I work at work. I basically am working some overtime. I have a meeting in about 45 minutes, so I took it upon myself to not use that as an excuse to not do exposure. I went ahead and headed out the door to at least get a little something in. And I wanted to take this as an opportunity to make the video. So as I go here, you know, I'm actually not thinking much because I've been doing this quite a bit for quite a few months now. But, you know, I pretty much know in general how this is gonna go. I'm gonna feel some anxiety. Looking a little foggy up here, strange. Wonder what's going on. But, you know, I guess my fear as I go into this exposure and what I'm exposing myself to is, okay, if I sit here and I start panicking, well, what if I get so panicked that I can't drive my car home and then I'm stuck? And then I have no one to pick me up. And because I have no one to pick me up, my anxiety is actually just gonna get so bad that I'm gonna totally pass out and lose it. And basically I'm gonna open my eyes and the next thing I know, I'm being carried out by EMTs. And then it's even worse because I got carried out by EMTs, I'm on my way to the hospital. And once I'm at the hospital, I'm gonna wake up and not know where I'm at and really be panicking then. And then I'm just gonna die and dissociate from my body, and you know the rest of that story, or maybe you don't. Yeah, so that, you know, obviously you can see I went from 0 to 100 right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit here for just a couple of minutes. I'm gonna let my anxiety come, and I'm gonna let it go. All right, so I'll actually give you a little scope out of the place. A big anxiety of mine, by the way, for whatever reason, I have quite a bit of trouble kind of sitting in one spot while I have anxiety. Meaning, like, it's a strange thing. If the car is moving, it's okay. Well, it's not okay all the time, but it's mostly okay. So if the car is moving, that's almost like a safety behavior. I'm okay. But as soon as I park this thing and I'm just sitting here, I start feeling anxiety. I don't really know exactly why that is. Maybe it's like because the car's not moving, I feel I have a big like dissociation situation where because I am like it's a dizziness, derealization, panicky feeling that like I'm more in tune with those sensations if the car's not moving. But yeah, I can feel my anxiety picking up a little bit. I'm just gonna kind of sit here for a minute. And see what happens. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna up the antes. I am gonna go and I'm gonna walk around the building for a second because that will bring it out of me. Also gonna look kind of crazy. All right. So, sitting here walking with the camera. Let's see, I love open spaces. Oh, that'll do it for you. All right. So, yeah, I'm feeling the anxiety. Uh-oh, just got a little ping of it. So that's cool. It's opened me up a little bit. So I'm gonna go walk back in the car and deal with it. And by deal with it, I mean what I tell myself in my head is I go spaghetti. I actually don't wear camos. I bought these shoes kind of ironically. They're these Hey Dudes that I thought were kind of funny, and I got them on clearance, so don't judge me too hard there. Okay. So I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna go spaghetti. And when I say I'm gonna go spaghetti, what I'm really trying to say is I'm not gonna fight against the anxiety. I'm not going to try to make myself comfortable. I'm just gonna let the feelings wash over me. I'm feeling dizzy right now. Okay. Feel dizzy. I'm feeling like my vision or something. I feel an urge to leave. I think everyone can understand that. So I'm actually going to be silent for a couple of minutes. Maybe not minutes. I'm going to be silent for 60 seconds. So if you're watching, I'll show you some visuals, I guess, of the really interesting area I'm at. Not. But I'm going to go silent so I can just kind of meditate on how I'm feeling. And I'll check back in here in a second. So something I notice happens to me, and I'd be curious if anyone else has this too, is as I'm sitting here, it's like I can be totally calm, right? I'm totally calm right now. But then there is, my brain is like shooting out like signals basically saying, where am I? Where am I? And like my brain is kind of trying to orient where I am on a map. And so the immediate thought goes from, well, I'm here, I'm relaxed, and then my brain shoots this signal that says, well, where are you? Okay, I'm at this location. Well, where is that in relation to this location? And then like my brain, spikes some anxiety while the rest of, while I'm trying to basically answer that question. It's kind of a really hard thing to describe. Really, if you're watching this and you have a similar experience, please comment below and let me know. I'd be curious your thoughts on that. And something, yeah, so that's pretty much it. My brain is just, it feels like this magnet that's constantly wanting to know exactly where I'm at. And if I don't feed that location to my brain feed, then I start getting very anxious, basically. But I feel fine. Actually, my anxiety is not that high right now, so I think that'll do it on this one. I did, full disclosure, I did a little bit of a exposure actually even before I started this video. I was kind of on my way back from driving further. So but anyway, I wanted to make this quick video just to show you kind of like, I guess you can almost call this like a micro exposure, not the hardest in the world, but just a little something that I'm throwing in basically while I can. I have to be on a meeting. I only had about an hour, so I wanted to break loose out of my house and do a quick exposure to stay on top of my recovery and maintain ground. And I'm proud of myself for doing that. I was gonna say something else that I felt like was important. What was it? I was gonna say something that's been really interesting about filming these too is, how do I word this? I've never vocalized a lot of these feelings to people, and I've certainly never vocalized it to people that were gonna understand it, right? I might have said this to a therapist or to a friend or someone like that, but I've never, like what I was just talking about, the idea that, well, it's like when I'm sitting here, doing my exposure, my brain's doing this thing where it's trying to orient where I'm at, and that's creating distress. I mean, even if I were to go totally calm, my brain is still kind of sending out this warning signal to figure out where I'm at. It's a really hard thing to put into words. And I know definitely people that don't have agoraphobia and panic disorder, that kind of surrounds like orientation of where you're at and distance, probably don't understand, certainly can't feel how that feels. So what I'm saying is these videos have actually let me put into words things to an audience of people that could understand it. So I'm saying that genuinely. Like, if you ever hear something in my video that you resonate with, please tell me. I mean, maybe that's selfish for me to say that, but it would mean a lot, because I've just never talked to someone, you know, I've typed to people on the internet. I've definitely like typed it out, but I've never really like talked to someone that gets it, like face to face or internet to internet. So anyway, again, I hope you all are getting something out of these videos. I know I don't get like a whole lot of views, and that's probably a good thing, because I hope that there's not a whole lot of people that need them. But I hope they're getting in front of, I hope I am getting in front of people that get something out of it. It's just really important to me. So I think that will about cut it for the night. I'm heading back home. I got a bit of a journey ahead of me, getting back to my place, and then I got to continue working. But again, hope everyone is doing well. Take care of yourself. Get out there. Don't make excuses for why you can't face your fears today. If you got to take a break from lunch or from work to do it, do it. It's worth it. You sleep a little better at night, and it is the only way forward. Leave me a comment if you're getting anything out of these videos, and subscribe and all that fun stuff. And I'm also, just as another thing too, I'm not totally sure, because I'm kind of like a, what do they say, a boomer when it comes to this YouTube thing. I'm thinking about making like a Discord maybe, or like just an area where it's, because it's like, you know, I've already met some cool people that are leaving comments and stuff, and I kind of wish there was an area where we could all chat. And then you guys, if you were so willing to do so, or wanting to do so, make your own videos and throw them up in there. So kind of maybe getting a community going out of this if I get enough traction. And anyways, if you have any thoughts on how to do that sort of thing, kind of like a closed group, if you will, for people that are, you know, going through this sort of stuff. I know there's a lot of them, but, you know, maybe something that surrounds like action and exposure and sharing wins, you know, that's a little more recovery focused. People that are in that part of their journey where they're thinking about, you know, recovering, or in the middle of that process. I think that's really who my crowd is. Anyway, yeah, everybody have a good one. Reach out if you need anything. Always willing to give you advice, you know, if you want to take it from me. But everyone have a good night. Bye-bye.